Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Mad Capper. Today we are embarking on the new revision of this channel, which is going to be covering Fateless's new project called Godforge. This is going to be a probably 1 year, according to Simon, before we see open beta on the game. So obviously I'm going to have no actual functional footage that I have gone through, but what I'd like to do in the meantime is just create different material and different interesting stuff regarding the game and my thoughts on the game, react to videos they put out, and hopefully, as I've already reached out to some of them, talking about interviewing maybe about the game, interviewing the different people that work for Fateless. I have a couple friends there, so hopefully we're going to have a lot of interesting content for you for this channel as we progress ever slowly towards the grand reveal of the beta for Godforge. The first of that is going to be today in this video, and today we're going to react to a video put out a couple days ago. Full disclosure, I did a blind reaction yesterday, recorded it, and the recording had no video, which is kind of hard to react to a video if you can't see the video, so for that I apologize. But we're going to keep this going. I'm going to try to be as authentic as I possibly can, having now seen this for a second time. But here is the first look hero skill breakdown and showcase in the game. Let's move over and let's react to the skill breakdown and kind of the first look, one of the first true looks at actual gameplay. Here we are. Look at that fancy Fateless logo. Let's get her done. By the way, I do like the fact I didn't notice it the first time. This obviously looks like is a female with the blind. On the one side is I'm guessing a male, and then there's a skull. There's you can see the skull. I didn't see the skull the last time, so that's a little bit interesting. But like it, Fateless. All right, let's see it.
Hey guys, this is Hell Hades or Simon from Fateless. We're going to be doing a Godforge video here where we show off a deep dive into one hero in our game. He's going to be one of the heroes that is available on the demo. I'm going to do a full showcase of the demo next week. Basically, we've built a demo which is going to be a one-level experience of Godforge, which we're allowing people to play in.
I do think I want to make just a quick comment here. Let's
Cologne at the game.
Let's see one of the champions. So this is what I had pitched to Simon back in October of last year. The thought of Gods and Legends, and he let me know. He goes, "Yeah, that's actually our backup plan. We're kind of looking at a couple different IPs, and if none of those work for us, then we're gonna fall back to kind of Mythos." And they fell back. I'm happy, and I'm also kicking myself in the ass because this is clearly gonna work. And I've had this kicking in my head for years. I think I pitched it to Brad once a long time ago. I wish I would have just had the wherewithal to reach out to someone and actually make this thing happen. But good on you. At the same time, I'm excited because that's kind of what I wanted to see. And now it's going to happen. My idea was Gods and Legends, right? To allow you the different mythos around the world, not just gods, but legends. And that's what they're doing. For example, Hercules is not a god. He's a demigod. He's a half god, half human. So just as one example, so it allows you. For example, Leonidas is more mythical. He's not a god. He's just a hero, but he's a legend, right? And that's kind of what my pitch was. They've gone with Godforge. Obviously, everything else is different. I had way different ideas on the backstory, on the world building, on what the threat was. And everything. So a little bit, I would say more than a little bit, a lot bit different, but just I like the fact that we're seeing some ancient deities as because they're open IP. They're public domain. Obviously, religion's been around forever, and these multi-god religions back in the day, from Norse, Celtic, You have, you know, Native American you could play into, which is one I really wanted to dive into. And so very, very, I love the idea. The artwork is looking very good. I would say at this point, it doesn't look as sharp as Raid as far as that real crispness. This reminds me a lot of kind of the first generation of champions put out in Raid. But again, keep in mind, this is just like alpha. This is not polish. By the time we get to beta, I guarantee you more resources will be put in putting the luster and sheen on things. So I'm really excited to see how that evolution happens over the next 10 months, where these champions go, because this is such a great start. I would say characters look great. They don't quite look Raid polished, but we got a year to see what they do with lighting and with HDR techniques. And I mean, the engine obviously can do it, so it's just a matter of pushing forward. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens in the next year of development of this game. So with that said, let's
Gamescom event, which we're flying out to tomorrow. So literally going to be in Germany from tomorrow through to Sunday, meeting a whole lot of people in the industry, showing them Godforge and giving them a bit of an experience.
Say hello to my family in Germany.
Is about. I've got a teaser which I've shown on my other YouTube channel, but we don't have to run that through now, just so you can get an idea of general gameplay and experience. Enjoy.
That's cool. So
If you have not...
So the first thing to talk about is the tease of Godforge. Godforge is the title. What does that mean? And so obviously there's going to be some sort of forge, one could say. You see the molten lava for the O, or the molten something. Does that mean we're forging gods? Does that mean we're creating gods? Are we pulling them from the heavens from this forge? So many questions not answered. Also, by the way, beta signups open. They haven't released an actual schedule, but Simon has it several times said that this is going to be about next year. I think he says it here actually.
Caught it yet? Not seen it yet. We do have this beta sign up already available on the website. Brand new website being developed here. You can come and check this out. Find all about Godforge, all about Fateless on this site. Come and do the beta sign up, and you can also come and join the Discord and be part of the community. We've got nearly 13,000 people in the Discord now, which is insane. Really active considering the stage of development that we're at. And I just want to call out this section here, the community videos, because we've already got content creators doing brilliant work. Great video from the Adventures of Adam, doing like speculation on a load of our UI stuff and UX stuff.
Adventures of Adam is he's a big in our world. He's a good big creator. I've just kind of started to see some of his stuff. I'm really excited to see what he does. And we have a lot of people that are from the Raid community, people that are from I've never seen before. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that. Obviously, I'm throwing my hat into the ring with this video and going forward as well.
And I love this type of video. There's some really cool videos here as well from Zox, Godforge, basically just doing some reaction type stuff to what we're doing. We can see new channels popping up here: Godforge B&D, Wilson Box, Godforge. There's a whole bunch of them, so you can come and check these out. I know that MTG Jedi is already in the mix doing some videos as well. These seem to be getting some crazy views already, and there's some reaction stuff off people's kind of like main channels as well. So by all means, come and check them out. Support these content creators. This is...
I gotta watch Colred's. Colred caught me by surprise when he first showed up in the raid sphere. This guy is banging. So if you haven't, make sure you check out his channel, whether you're watching Raid or whether you want to watch his thoughts on Godforge. That is a dude I will be collabing. That is my goal, because the Bald brothers must unite. I lost my brother from another mother. He moved on to a different game. So the number of bald people making content in this game has is important to me. It's our peeps.
It's the time when they really need your support. Plus, you really need to be finding the people that you want to follow over the next 10 months as we work our way towards launch. Right, let's get into the juicy stuff. So, what we're going to do here, we're going to be taking a look at...
Okay. So some things I wanna highlight here. The character cards, if you would call them that, the collector cards. I don't know what you want to call them. There's some hat tipping right away. Obviously, you see, I see 3, but I assume there's 4 different types of rarity. You see epics. You see the epic thing like Leonidas here. You see gold, which is like Odin, and then you see green. I don't know, is this one white? Maybe there's 4 there. I don't see blue, which is a common rarity, but obviously this is very similar. And I also see the blessings here, or the empowerment, or whatever you want to call it, for whatever they're going to call it for this game. You obviously, multiple copies of this game allows you to ascend them to some degree. You see Valkyrie has 1. You see Arthur has 2. Arthur's a legendary. Valkyrie's an epic. You see 5 on, I don't know if this is Imhotep or Ra, or it's Egyptian. I'm not sure which one they're using. I can't remember. I think he says it in one of the other videos. But you see all that. I'm guessing this is Zeus here. So I think that's pretty cool. That's the immediate tip off. I also see epics, and some epics and legendaries also have another one on the other side. I'm guessing that's their aura, like a health aura, a defense aura, an attack aura, a green circle aura, which must be crop circle aura. I don't even know what that is. Crowd control, maybe? I don't know. That'd be interesting. So you're starting to see, even though they haven't talked about it specifically, different things in the game. You also see down in the lower left, apparently Odin's a double alien. I don't know. I can't see what that is. These 2 are snakes. They're snakes. I assume this is affinity, like void. I don't know what they're going to call it, but like void, spirit, force. I assume that's what that is, but I honestly don't know. And I wish I could find it. Who's the other one here? Is that aura? What I don't see is their faction on the small card. I don't have Raid open right now to say whether you see that in Raid. I can't remember. But their faction, you can see Olympus here. You see the flag in the background. I think this is a very clean. I love the design of their GUI. The interface here, it's clean. I like the arc. And then you can add, you've got 5 circles here. You can add 7, you can add 9, 10 as you need to as the game grows. You got a pretty good base information from the information screen. He's a brawler, which I'm guessing is what the force thing. The force thing is either their type, like a brawler. Watcher of Realms does it where you can be a fighter, you can be a defender, you can be a mage, like those sort of things. That might be that. I don't know if that's tied to I feel like it's not. I feel like affinity is not tied to their type. We don't see type on the small screen here, I don't think so. What else do we got? We got order. I don't know what that order is. Maybe he's a waiter part-time and he's taking your order. I don't know. It's obviously like is it going to be order, chaos? Is it going to be like that? I don't know. We'll find out as we go down the world. I see ascensions. Usually it's gold stars and then it's purple stars or violet stars or whatever you want, hot pink. So I assume this is an ascension thing. What you don't see on this one is the number of character ascensions, or whatever you want to call it. You see he's 3 in his small card. You don't see it on the big card, so that's missing. But I do. It's clean. I like it. You get to see the character. There's some stuff over on the left side, which Simon's hiding. Obviously, I think that would be his lore, and I don't know the rest. So you see upgrade. What can you upgrade past this? The star is at the ascensions, and the upgrade is the... Who knows?
Yeah, Hercules, the mighty redeemer.
Most importantly, very mythos inspired, as opposed to... This isn't Disney's Hercules. This isn't Lou Ferrigno. No, he was Hulk. Who was the Maybe Lou is also the old Hercules. I like the look of it. He looks like a guy who's just the champion, right? The mighty redeemer. So,
We're going to be going through his skill set, and
though I will say, why is he? I guess he is a demigod. I guess he is half human, half god, and he did. I was like, why is Valkyrie? Anyway.
showing you guys what this dude is all about. Certainly had a little bit of speculation.
Okay, so now we go to second tab. We see skills. I like the skills things. Oh, I was gonna say, going back to this. At first, I thought this was a little underwhelming, but actually now I think I like it a lot more. The character drawing screen, like their player cards, I like the look of it. It has like a tradable collector. Like you've got a deck of Magic the Gathering, obviously, Godforge the Gathering. I don't know, like set of cards, and that's the player card. And I think it's got an artistry look to it, which I really like. It's kind of almost like a throwback to actual physical collectibles, where you get that kind of artistic look, and then you've got the in-game actual model over here. I like that.
Around how we're going to do heroes and that type of thing. So this will hopefully help.
I also know this is probably so ridiculous, but I like their font. The font style they've chosen, I like it. It looks good. It looks clean. It has a kind of a look and feel to it that feels like you're talking about like an old story, that sort of thing. I like
help
it.
you with that. So we've got 2 main skills and an ultimate ability. On Herc, his main skill 1, the Hydra Club, a basic ability here, attacks all enemies utilizing.
Okay, what you see here is pretty it's pretty standardized, and I like that they're keeping some standardized basic or your A1. You've got the green, which is what's happening for you. You've got the red, which is the debuff. You're keeping the debuff style. You've got 2 poisons. There's slightly different styles of the same thing, poison 1 and 2. It's pretty clean overall look to it.
His attack and max HP for damage, 60% chance to place poison 1 for 2 turns, and a 35% chance to place poison 2 for 2 turns. So he's attacking all of the lineup in front of him, and he's got a chance to poison. And that's kind of like in relation to his lore, in terms of I guess the poisonous Hydra that he's taken down, and a few is kind of like signals to lore. We've got the core ability here is Herc Smash. Attacks an enemy, again using his attack and max HP for damage. Places a stun for 1 turn. Can place a stun for 2 turns and deal.
One thing I'll say here, and this isn't something I recall seeing in many of the main gacha games that I've played, is they're using crowd control as violet or purple. I like that. It differentiates it from buffs and debuffs, so I like that idea. Again, the green is what your stats are. I like it.
Double damage instead if he's under immortal. I'm not going to tell you what all of this stuff means right now.
What's immortal? That's a mode.
But just giving you a feel for what's...
Okay, so this is one I remember the first time. So I want to take a look at this and really understand this. This is his ultimate. It's active. Gain 5% attack up to 60%. So that's 12 hits. And barrier. Once the maximum attack bonus is reached with this ability, gain immortal for 1 turn on use. So he's got to attack 12 times. 12 labors. 12 times. He's got to attack 12 times for this ability to activate this immortal for 1 turn on, keep that in mind. And also you see that the buffs here are in blue, which is pretty standard, which I like. It's ultimate. It's an ultimate. What I don't see here is what's the cooldown? 1 turn. So can you use it every turn? But then if you're using this every turn and to get to your immortal, are you taking 12 turns to get your immortal with it? I got questions.
What's going on?
I need to see this in
We've
action.
then got his ultimate ability, the 12 labors.
Also, gain 400 divinity when killing an enemy. What's divinity?
So he gains 5% increased attack and a barrier of his max HP each time he uses it. Once the maximum attack bonus is reached with this ability, he's going to gain immortal.
What's divinity, Simon?
And then there's ways
crafty
for him
devil.
to gain extra divinity. Pretty cool. Like, I'm not going to give you too much more. And then we got his passive here, 0 to hero. When an ally would receive fatal damage, gains a 20% max HP up to 60, and take the damage for them instead. So basically, he is taking some damage away from your allies and gaining his max HP whilst he's doing that. Okay, then let's show him action. So we got the.
So again, I think that you're going to see a lot more polish on. It's a great looking background. The background will be dynamic. The creatures, I see that they're obviously the standard mob. I like the left side. You have your turn order, which is nice. You don't get to always see turn order. That's something that Raid hides, which absolutely drives me bonkers. Because you can have overflow on your turn meter, but we don't get to see what the turn order is. So I like that they actually have a visual turn order, which a lot of games do, and thankfully they're also doing.
Basic ability here.
Okay, I talked about that. Remember that 12 labors? Where I see A1, I see A2, and I see passive. Or is this the 12 labors up here? Anyway, I don't... What's going on?
Hydra Club. So this is going to be an AoE hit.
Because A1 is AoE.
By the way, we got some stuff we're going to be changing on UI. Everything you're seeing.
Oh, look at this. This guy, there's a background. There's a little funnel cloud.
Here, actually, I'm going to call it out. Everything you're seeing, subject to change, subject to being improved.
Wind. This is what I think they do really well. There's actually dynamics in the background. I would love to see more polish on the background, more sheen, but the same with the characters. I think that's going to happen. They're in alpha. You don't want to put that much effort into polishing a product until you have the product in a completed or a release state.
We're still in early beta stage or alpha stage, I guess, and yeah, loads of stuff can change here. Similarly in the roster screen, plenty of stuff still going to change, be enhanced and whatever, but you're starting to get a feel for the game. Like this here is actually at the moment turning.
I'm not sure I like these buttons. I think it's such a minor thing, but I think they need to be dimmed so they're the same. So it's the same kind of that dark gold as opposed to this bright kind of almost off-white.
2 times on. I don't want to do that because I want to show you the animations and stuff, but this should really read 1 time. Then when you hit it, it turns to 2 times, for example. There's a whole bunch of things that we're going to amend. But anyway, here's this A1. Let's get in there with a whack.
He just hit for 13.6 with an A1, by the way. You saw that?
Love the feel of it, honestly. It does feel like we've got some decent impact to some of the hits. So you can see you spread those.
Based on what we saw in that preview, obviously this screen is showing just numbers. They haven't used the GUI or the not the UI, but like the font and the expression on those damage numbers, because in the actual trailer, it looks different. It actually has like some pop to it. So
there's poisons around.
At first I saw see that poison 1 873. This is, I'm sure, just so they can see it, and then they turn on the actual look and feel of that when it comes time for game. Because this, I don't like this font, and I was like, ooh, that's. But I guess if you look back at the actual trailer,
which
it's
we're
different.
Fixing right now. So when it's like there's a chance to land, it feels like we're just landing it for guaranteed, and it shouldn't be doing that. We're going to go in with the big hits.
So that's
which
his
we've
A2
seen before by now.
Big hit. Okay. Love the look of that. As long as they don't get too extravagant. If you ever remember Final Fantasy VII, it took 18 hours to get an ultimate done. I hope they don't go to that level. The one problem I have with that is there's some balancing that they're obviously going to need to look at. He, with his A1, hit 2 of the 3 for harder than his A2 a single hit. So they may want to look at some of the balancing there. That seems a little bit off.
Oh, the impact is nice.
You see that background happen? I like that.
Got the stun away. Didn't take his turn, see that? So skipped a turn. We need to improve the way you feel that. I've got a little cheat box up here where I can just turn things on.
What's that top one? He's not using this little top
always
button.
Alt.
Maybe it doesn't have it available yet. Oh, that's kind of neat.
And let's also say No cooldowns. So the more
Gonna
times we
attack
ult,
up.
the more.
Oh, is that the
strength we
ult?
gain.
So again, the ult has to go 12 times for him to become immortal. They're not going to show immortal state in this one, but I got questions because it looks like he's going to kill all these before. Is the immortal state only for boss fights? Questions. I'm excited.
And you get a flavor of it. So very early stuff, but I just wanted to do a bit of a breakdown of one hero, how we're designing them, that type of thing, and yeah, keep you guys in the mix.
Attack up.
Because it's becoming a game. Like, it's super fun to play now. Already just playing one demo through, or one level of the demo through,
Oh, he
we're
just
starting
died.
to get, good feedback from our QA team, and really, really nice kind of like feel to the game. And hopefully you're kind of like seeing that come through as I'm play testing and showing you some stuff here. As I say, it's kind of.
What was that little trying to sneak it away from us? Reliquary. You've uncovered a reliquary. Should we proceed? Yeah. No, why are you not proceeding? There's a reliquary. You've uncovered a reliquary, Simon. Get this out. Get the reliquary. What is a reliquary?
It's kind of nice to be able to show you how the game's actually playing out. The different type of feel that we're going to have.
There's the boss,
within
Ra,
the fights,
or whatever his
and
name is.
how all of
Imhotep
that comes together. So there you go, guys. I've been Simon from Fate.
Maybe that's not the character, but that's obviously like if not a boss, it's a something, right? It's a priest, maybe. Does he look? He doesn't look any different, so I don't know if there's any designation that he's stronger than the others. Maybe he's just a priest or magic user rather than fun.
Don't forget to sub to the channel. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to support these other creators as well. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.
Well, there you go. That is the look at the actual some in-game hero skill breakdown. There's so many questions left. So many questions, Simon. You didn't answer all my questions, but I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be exciting. So as for this channel, also like and subscribe here if you're not already, and turn on your notifications. I'll be putting out videos as they put out videos, and hopefully, like I said, we'll get some interviews, we'll get some other stuff on the channel to lead up to the eventual release of Fateless's Godforge. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. In the meantime, of course, as always, please be kind, be safe, and we'll see you in the next video.